It's the January transfer window and the Millwall fans have set their sights on a number of new additions. We asked the fans at the Den for their hopes, fears and aspirations in the transfer market, and they came back with some interesting results. Here's what the fans of the Lions want to see. How would you rate Millwall's season so far? It's been a disappointing campaign so far for Neil Harris' side, and the fans at the Den are less than impressed. When asked to rate the season so far out of 5, 58% of fans rated this term at 2 out of 5, while 23% rated it at 3 out of 5. Perhaps unsurprisingly, not a single fan selected the option to rate the campaign at 4 or 5 out of 5. Which positions needs the most attention in January? It's common opinion that Millwall need to strengthen their squad, but one position in particular is in desperate need of strengthening. According to 83.7% of the fans, a new striker needs to be the priority during the January transfer window. Other popular suggestions included a new left back, a left winger and an attacking midfielder, but a new marksman is seen as essential if the Lions are to move themselves up the championship table. If you could pick one player to sign in January, who would it be? You can't say that the Millwall fans aren't ambitious, with some suggesting that it could be worth a move for either Charlie Austin or Connor Wickham. Out of favour, QPR striker Matt Smith was another option, but the two most popular suggestions were Ben Marshall and Gillingham's Tom Eaves. Eaves has been very impressive so far this term, while Marshall hasn't featured for the Canaries since August. Best Millwall January transfer rumour you've heard so far? The Lions have been linked with several stars this month, including Gary Medine and Jayden Stockley. The latter has since signed for Preston, but hopes are still alive for the majority of Millwall fans who are most enthused by the links with Ben Marshall and Tom Eaves. If Neil Harris can secure those two, it looks like there'll be some euphoric fans at the Den. Worst Millwall January transfer rumour you've heard so far? Such is the nature of silly season, we always get wind of ridiculous transfer rumours from social media. From Darren Bent to James Collins, there were some strange suggestions, but the one which was voted as the worst transfer rumour was, strangely, Tom Eaves. How one player can be the best and the worst rumour, I'll never know, but if it comes off, at least half of the fans will be happy. Who would you like to see the club sell in January? If Millwall are to strengthen the squad this month, then it's likely that one or two players may have to be shipped out. Yuri Skolik, Jordan Archer and Ryan Tunnicliffe were popular suggestions. It was two different players who took the majority of the votes. If fans of the Lions get their wish, Tom Elliott and Connor McLaughlin will be the men to leave this month, but surely only if they can get hold of best and worst case scenario, Tom Eaves. Who would you like to see the club loan out in January? Millwall have a number of future stars in their ranks, but perhaps gaining regular first-team football on loan is a better option than sitting in reserve. There were a few contenders, but the most common answer was to allow Lewis White to leave on a short-term basis. The midfielder looks like a bright prospect and could have a huge role to play at the Den in years to come. What should the club be looking to do in the summer transfer window? Focus may be firmly on the January transfer window for now, but of course it's essential to take a long-term look at things. While just about every position was tipped for improvement, the key areas to develop, according to the fans, is to add pace to the team by signing some wingers, and also to sign a potent striker. Several fans also expressed a desire to sign more players on a permanent basis rather than simply getting them on loan. Keep up to date with the latest news, features and exclusives from Football London via the free Football London app for iPhone and Android. Available to download from the App Store and Google Play.